A grasshopper can jump 30 times past its own height. So for them little things, that's about 3 feet in the air. It's a popular study done in which researchers take 2 grasshoppers, place them in their very own mason jars. And while in those jars, you'll see both grasshoppers attempt to jump to get out, only to keep hitting their bodies on top of the lid. After a few minutes into the study, the researchers removed the lid. Here's where it got interesting. Both grasshoppers attempt to jump to get out, but they wouldn't jump past the height of the jar, although we know they're more than capable of jumping 3 feet in the air. Perhaps this is the best way for me to describe what's happening to the minds of the kids in the city. It's like limitations control a mind. So these kids walk around like their souls is dipped in lidocaine. And you see them, no emotion, got you wondering what came first. Was it the numbness or was it the pain? And should we really hold these minors who should have known better 100% accountable? Or should parents share some of the blame? I wonder if they know how permanent death is. Who even taught these kids how to aim? Then you got the Philly blogs that promote the death tolls like we living in some hood Hunger Games, and that's exactly why these young killers smile in their mugshot without any remorse or shame. This shit is insane. Statistics say an average of 9 people can be directly affected by one person's death. So that means by times the ongoing death toll by 9, square that answer with the number of guns being added to the streets daily, times that with the number of people currently plotting retaliation. Oh, and you can't forget to add the number of suicides from those who saw no other way out. You get a city full of people now desensitized to crime. Y'all, we in a war zone. So trust me, I mean it when I say, sis, text me when you get home. Brother, you be careful. Honey, you be safe. I know it's going to be late by the time you get home, but text me, I'll stay up and wait because the limitations of their mind got me tossing and turning. Now, I can't sleep at night. It's another shooting. Friend of a friend, we all up in disbelief. I can't sleep at night wondering if the men in my family is going to be smoked over some petty-ass beef. I can't sleep at night just trying to sort through all the Phillies back-to-back grief. Damn, yes, death is the only time people give a fuck that I'm actually resting in peace because the limitations that are mine, the street culture is backwards. In Philly, you Joe is shit if you the first one seen speaking. And you can't let no one know that they inspired you cause that's Dickie. And the funny thing is the 2 like-minded strangers who will probably make so much money together is the first ones you'll see beefing because that silent competition doesn't end till one side is weakened or to the other side isn't breathing. And we all know the outcome is either jail or death, so now we got 2 families screaming. We got 2 families grieving. And someone's bound to not let it go, so you already know the cycle's repeating. But the limitations that are mine. In Philly, the trigger's different. You better understand, you use the wrong tone, understand they'll deliver triggers. You better understand that if someone's ego is under attack, ain't no telling how long wanna go tit for tat, because personal satisfaction from seeing someone else's pain is what determines a lick back. Even if it means sabotaging themselves. See, I don't get that, but it's the limitations that control the mind. I just fear that good people continue to get caught up in other people's bullshit because the limitations of their mind. I fear that a simple miscommunication may end my life because the limitations of their mind. I fear that although I did buy a gun for my protection, I'll have to end up using it because I see dangers heading in my direction just to freeze up when he gets closer because I notice it's a kid with his hand on a holster. And for a split moment, I don't know whose future I'm protecting. Limitations of their mind. And Philly, these kids are out their goddamn mind, and it's a new culture that we the old heads must define. One where these young grasshoppers can look at the current circumstances in their life, know that it's temporary, know that it's just preparation for something greater, know that we the old heads is already working to break a cycle, already working to make some noise to shatter the glass jars that was unfairly placed around them. So when an opportunity comes for them, hopefully these next generation of kids will be prepared to jump 30 times higher than they ever thought they could. My name is Steph Fox, guys. Thank you.
Hey, so-called black man, these bones been dry for a long time. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's time to open up your eyes and elevate your mind, 'cause we're a chosen nation to preach the world's salvation. It's time to elevate your mind, girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You're the queens of Israel, daughters of Abraham, a precious diadem to all us. Give us perfect understanding.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. Wake up, my people. Wake up, my people. Wake up, my people. The descendants of the slave trade, it is time for us to wake up. It is time for us to make sure that we are teaching our children that there are no limitations on what they can become. We have to actually take back what is being taught to them on TV, through their music, through their even gaming systems. We have to let them know that there is no limitations on what they can become or what they can accomplish. It's time to wake up. Wake up, my people. Wake up, my people. So, we're going to be breaking down each scripture in Romans 9. So let's not hesitate. Let's just jump right into it. Bible study. Romans 3 and 4. Romans 3 and 4. Romans 3 and 4. God forbid, yea, let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written that thou mightest be justified in thy saying, and mightest overcome when thou art judged. Mightest overcome when thou art judged. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down Romans 9 and 11. We're going to be breaking down Romans 9 and 11. Wake up, my people. To the descendants of the slave trade, who are the children of Israel, it is time to come back to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Come out of Christianity and any other religion that you may be participating in. It is time to wake up. It is time to wake up. Understand that this is your God and your God only. He belongs to you and you belong to him. It is time to come back to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So let's get some understanding of Romans 9 and 11. Let's get some understanding of Romans 9 and 11. Romans 9 and 11. I can't stand when this thing don't want to stay highlighted for me. Okay. Romans 9 and 11. For the children not yet being born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of God according to election might stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. So it didn't matter what Esau and Jacob had done or what they do later on after they are born. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob had already elected who was going to be his chosen seed. He had already elected who was going to be his chosen seed. Wake up, my people. To the descendants of the slave trade, who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of Genesis 32, 26 through 29 have to say. Genesis 32, 26 through 29. So no matter what they're trying to teach you in these churches or whatever spiritual guiding that you are using to get to know the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, if it's not lining up with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, you need to get out. Get out of it. Come out of it. Genesis 32 and 26. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not let you go, except thee bless me. So this is the wrestling that our forefather Jacob was doing with the angel and would not let him go. And he said, I ain't letting you go till you bless me. Genesis 32 and 27. And he said unto him, what is thy name? And he said, Jacob. Genesis 32 and 28. And he said, thy name shall be called no more Jacob, but Israel. For as a prince has thou power with God and with men, and have prevailed. Genesis 32 and 29. And Jacob asked him, said, tell me, I pray thee, the name. And he said, wherefore is it that thou dost ask after my name? And he blessed thee. So not only did Jacob wrestle with him, he said, man, I want to know your name, man, who I've been wrestling with all night. And now you're telling me you're blessing me? Tell me your name. But no, you're a prince with God. So while you're around here calling yourself black, African American, nigger, colored, and any other byword they have put on you, no, your name is Israel. You are the descendant of Jacob, whose name was changed to Israel. You are a prince with power with God. We are his chosen people. It is time to come back to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob and come out of whatever else you are participating in. Wake up, my people. To the descendants of the slave trade who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob book of Exodus 3, 9, and 10 have to say. We are his chosen people. Exodus 3 and 9. Now therefore, behold, the cry of the children of Israel is come upon me, and I have also seen the oppression wherewith the Egyptian oppressed them. That's letting you know he didn't change who he chose. He chose the children of Israel. The blessing, the covenant belonged to them, which is who are the descendants of the slave trade. So it belonged to us. The covenant belonged to us. Stop trying to give everyone else our covenant. Stop trying to give everyone else our blessing. You're not trying to give them the oppression and the things, the curses that we went through, or are you? Because if you're giving them the blessing and they didn't follow the laws, statutes, and commandments, that means they are going to receive the curses. Yes, just like that. Exodus 3 and 10. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mightest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt. I mean, he let you know who his people are. He didn't change. My God does not change. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob does not change. Wake up, my people. To the descendants of the slave trade who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of Exodus 19, 4 and 5 have to say. Let's stay in the same book. Let's go to Exodus 19, though. 4 and 5. Exodus 19 and 4. You have seen what I did unto the Egyptians, and how I bare you on eagle wings, and brought you unto myself. Exodus 19:5. Now therefore, if you will obey my voice indeed and keep my covenant, then you shall be a particular treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. So the entire planet belonged to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And he created all the people that's on the planet, but he only chose one nation to be his. That's why only one nation went through what we went through. Only one nation went through what we went through. Only one nation was sold unto the other people and stripped of their name, stripped of their heritage, stripped of all understanding of who they are. Only one people. Wake up, my people. To the descendants of the slave trade, who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of Deuteronomy 5:2-5 have to say. Let's see what Deuteronomy 5:2-5 have to say. Deuteronomy 5:2. The Lord our God made a covenant with us in Horeb. Deuteronomy 5:3. The Lord made not this covenant with our fathers, but with us, even us who are all of us here alive this day. Deuteronomy 5:4. And the Lord talked with and the Lord talked with you face to face in the mount out of the midst of the fire. Deuteronomy 5:5. I stood between the Lord and you at that time to show you the word of the Lord, for you were afraid by reason of the fire, and went not up into the mount, saying, come on, man. The Lord talked to us. He talked to our forefather. He brought us, one nation of people. He sent Moses to tell Pharaoh, let my people go so they may serve me. He told him to let his people go so that they can serve him. Wake up, my people. To the descendants of the slave trade, who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of Deuteronomy 7:6-9 have to say. The book Deuteronomy 7:6-9. Let's see what it has to say. Let's see what it has to say. Deuteronomy 7:6. For thou art a holy people unto the Lord thee God. The Lord thee God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of the earth. I didn't write this. This is what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob had written and had Moses to tell us. Deuteronomy 7:7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because you were more in number than any people, for you were the fewest of all people. Deuteronomy 7:8. But because the Lord loved you, and because he would keep the oath which he has sworn unto your fathers, has the Lord brought you out with a mighty hand and redeemed you out of the house of bondage from the hand of Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Deuteronomy 7 and 9. Now, therefore, or know, therefore, that the Lord, the God, he is God, the faithful God, which keepeth covenant and mercy with them that love him, and keepeth his commandments to 1,000 generations. Yes, if we had just kept the laws, statutes, and commandments, we wouldn't even be in this predicament. We wouldn't be around here calling ourselves after two continents. We wouldn't be around here calling ourselves a color in a crayon box. We wouldn't be around here calling ourselves other bywords. We wouldn't be around here mistreating our sisters and our brothers. We wouldn't be around here so easy to kill one another. Come on back to the love of our God. Come back to his laws, statutes, and commandments. Come back to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Come out of everything else you believe and come back to our God. Come back to our God. Wake up, my people. To descendants of the slave trade who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of Deuteronomy 32, 8 through 9, or 8 and 9 have to say. 2, 8, and 9. Deuteronomy 32 and 8. When the Most High divided to the nation their inheritance, when he separated the sons of Adam, he set the bounds of the people according to the number of the children of Israel. He's still his elect. He's still his elect. Still his elect. Deuteronomy 32 and 9. For the Lord portion is his people. Jacob is the lot of his inheritance. Still his elect. It has not changed. It has not changed. Wake up, my people. To descendants of the slave trade who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of Psalms 147, 19, and 20 have to say. Let's see what the book of Psalms have to say. 19 and 20. Psalms 147 and 19. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statute and his judgments unto Israel. Psalms 147 and 20. He have not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye the Lord. Yes, it's still his elect. It's still his elect. Wake up, my people. To descendants of the slave trade who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's book of Isaiah 14, 1 through 3 have to say. Let's go to the book of Isaiah 14, 1 through 3. Isaiah 14 and 1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob, and will yet choose Israel, and set them in their own land. And the stranger shall be joined with them, and they shall cleave to the house of Jacob. Yes, the strangers are going to join with us, and they're going to cleave to his elect. Isaiah 14 and 2. And the people shall take them and bring them to their place. And the house of Israel shall possess them in the land of the Lord for servants and handmaids. And they shall take them captives, who captives they were, and they shall rule over their oppressor. Yes. Yes, I didn't write this. But it is going to be slaves, handmaids in the house of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that will be serving the children of Israel, the 12 tribes. Isaiah 14:3, and it shall come to pass in the day that the Lord shall give thee rest from thee sorrow and from thee fear and from the and from the hard bondage wherewith were made to serve, wherein there were made to serve. Yes. Yes. We're no longer going to have to fear being pulled over by the police. We're no longer going to have to fear being up under the other nations. We're going to be put back in our land, just like we were stolen and forced out of our land. We're going to be back in our land. Wake up, my people. To descendants of the slave trade, who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of Ecclesiastica 17:7 have to say. Let's see. And I hope this got the Ecclesiastica, the Apocrypha in it. It might not. Here's the Ecclesiastica 17:7. For in the divisions of the nations of the whole earth, he set a ruler over every people, but Israel is the Lord's portion. So no matter what, we are still his elect. We are his portion. Wake up, my people. To descendants of the slave trade, who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of Luke 1:68-74 have to say. We are still his elect, no matter what. No matter what. Luke 1:68. Blessed be the Lord God of Israel, for he hath visited and redeemed his people. The Lord God of Israel, he hath visited and redeemed his people. Luke 1:69. And have raised up a horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David. Luke 1:70. As he has spoke by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, since the world of Israel has begun. Luke 1:71, that we shall be saved from our enemies and from all the hand of all that hate us. Luke 1:72, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers and to remember his holy covenant. Luke 1:73, the oath which he swore to our father Abraham. Luke 1:74, that he would grant unto us that we being delivered out of the hands of our enemies might serve him without fear. Yes. Yes. Don't we want to serve our God without fear, without wondering how other people feel, without having to be concerned with their feelings, like they were not concerned with our feelings? Wake up, my people. To descendants of the slave trade who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of Romans 11, 1 and 2 have to say. Romans 11 and 1. I say then, have God cast away his people? God forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. Romans 11 and 2. God have not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Well, you not what the scriptures said in Isaiah? How he maketh intercession to God against Israel, saying, it's still for his elect. It is still for his chosen people, which are the children of Israel, who are the descendants of the slave trade. Nothing changed. Our God does not change. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob does not change. Let's stay right here in this same book. Wake up, my people. To descendants of the slave trade, who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of Romans, we're going to be in the same book, 11, 4 and 5. Let's see what it has to say. Romans 11 and 4. But what said the answer of God unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. Romans 11 and 5. Even so, them at this present time also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. Yes. Yes, we have not bowed our knee to Baal. Wake up, my people. To descendants of the slave trade who are the children of Israel, let's see what the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, book of 1 Thessalonians 1, 3 through 4 has to say. Three and 4. 1 Thessalonians 3 and 4. First Thessalonians 1 and 3. Remembering without casting your work of faith and the labor of love and patience of hope in our God Jesus Christ in the sight of God and our Father. First Thessalonians 1 and 4. Knowing, brethren, love your elect of God. We are still the elect. We are still the chosen. He did not change. Wake up, my people. To descendants of the slave trade, who are the children of Israel, let's see what the book of Hebrews 8, 7 through 10 have to say. According to his elect, according to who he chose, according to Romans 9 and 11. Let's see how it all lines up to who his people are. We're going to be in 8, 7 through 10. Hebrews 8 and 7. Hebrews 8 and 7. For if the first covenant had been faultless, then shall no place have been sought for the second. Hebrews 8 and 8. For finding fault with them, he said, Behold, the days come, said the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah. Nothing changed, still his elect. Hebrews 8 and 9. Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt, because they continued not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, said the Lord. Yes, we didn't keep the covenant, so we fell up under the curses. Hebrews 8 and 10. For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days, said the Lord. I will put my laws in their mind and write them in their heart. And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. Yes, nothing changed. Our God does not have to change. We're just waiting on the return of our Messiah, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's son. We're just waiting on his return so he can redeem us. So everybody that say they love Jesus and waiting for the return of the Messiah to come back to the planet, they're waiting on us to be put back in our place. They're waiting on the earth to be back leveled out and be back, the earth to be taken back and be ruled by the son of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Our King, the King of the children of Israel, the 12 tribes, our King, the elect. Wake up, my people, to descendants of the slave trade. We are the Israelites. We are still living in the land that our ancestors became slaves. Wow. Deuteronomy 28, a great place to start reading. Shalom to the Israelites who are the descendants of the slave trade.
And sorrows come, yeah. Trials and sorrows come, yeah. But joy comes in the morning. Sorrows don't last always. Trials and sorrows come. Don't fade away. As you pray, as you pray, as you pray, Yah will make a way. My life was hard and full of pain. Childhood darkness left a stain. Had me searching for a love that could never be filled. A love apart from Yah could never be filled. Although as hard as I would try, I'd do anything to change my life. It seems everything I did or tried my best, it always seemed to fail. Hey, it always seemed to fail. But pain don't last always. Trials and sorrows come. Trials and sorrows come. Trials and sorrows come. Trials and sorrows come. But joy comes in saved me from my misery, opened up my eyes to clearly see that He wanted me to understand that no matter how hard and no matter what you're going through, pain don't last always. Trials and sorrows come. Trials and sorrows come. But joy comes in the morning. Sorrows don't last always. Trials and sorrows come.
All right now, let's make this an easy night, shall we? You got a name?
Charmin.
Wake up, my people. If you don't know your nationality, you don't know your purpose. If you don't know your purpose, it's impossible to feel the things in life that you are put here to accomplish. Nigger, colored, African American, black, no, we are the Israelites. I'm going to be reading Matthews 26, 7 through 13. Matthews 26, 7 through 13. Matthews 26 and 7. There came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head as he sat at meat. Matthews 26 and 8. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? Matthew 26 and 9. For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. Matthew 26 and 10. When Jesus understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye this woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me. Matthews 26 and 11. For you have the poor always with you, but me you have not always. Matthews 26 and 12. For in that she has poured this ointment on my body, she did it for my burial. Matthews 26 and 13. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman have done be told for a memorial of her. Wake up, my people. Come back to the Most High, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. To the descendants of the slave trade, we are the Israelites. We are still living in the land that our ancestors became slaves. Wow. Deuteronomy 28, a great place to start reading. With that, we say hallelujah.